Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a great social reformer and a freedom fighter, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He was revered as a Bengali icon. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was a Bengali Sanskrit Pandit, educator, social reformer, writer, and a philanthropist. He was one of the greatest intellectuals and activists of 19th century. Born on 26 September 1820 to a Kulin Brahmin family at Birsingha in the Midanpur district of undivided Bengal, Vidyasagar brought about some of the most far reaching reforms against malpractices by his own community. Vidyasagar made a difference in a period when few men tried to change the dissident traditions of the time. Now, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was one of the pillars of Bengal Renaissance, who managed to continue the social reform movements that was started by Raja Ram Mohan Roy in early 1800s. So he continued the legacy of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and he was involved in social reform movements. Now, Vidyasagar is a well-known writer, intellectual, and above all a staunch supporter of humanity. He had an imposing personality and was revered by British authorities of his time. He brought about a revolution in Bengal education system and refined the way Bengali language was written and taught. His book Borno Parichoy, Introduction to Letter, is still used as the introductory text to learn Bengali alphabets. The title Vidyasagar, which is Ocean of Knowledge, was given to him due to his vast knowledge in several subjects. One very important social reform which is dedicated to him is widow remarriage. The focus of his social reform was women, and he spent his life energies trying to ensure an end to the practice of child marriage and initiate widow remarriage. So he fought against child marriage, and also the widows should be given the opportunity to live another life. He followed in great reformist tradition of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who was there from 1772 to 1833, and argued on the basis of scriptures of old commentaries in favor of remarriage of widows in the same way as Roy did for the abolition of sati. So what did Raja Ram Mohan Roy? He abolished the tradition of sati. And Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was following his path, and he fought against child marriage and widow remarriage. Now, Vidyasagar wrote 2 volumes on the mistreatment of widows, okay, which set the tone for major reforms in the state. His earliest effort at social reform, however, came in the second half of 1850, one in the paper on the evils of child marriage. Okay, so he had written a paper on the evils of child marriage. He launched a powerful attack on the practice of marrying of girls aged 10 or even younger, pointing to social, ethical, and hygiene issues and rejecting the validity of the Dharma Shastra that advocated it. He showed that there was no prohibition on widows remarrying in the entire body of Smriti literature. Okay, so he also read sutras and shastra, and there was nowhere mentioned that a widow cannot remarry. Now, what were some of the educational reforms which he had brought in our country? Vidyasagar is credited with the role of thoroughly remodeling medieval scholastic system prevailing in the Sanskrit college and bring modern insight into the education system. Okay, so he brought modern insight into the education system. The first change that Vidyasagar made when he came back to Sanskrit college as a professor. So which college did he attend? He was made the professor of Sanskrit college, and he included English and Bengali as a medium of learning. So this is the change which he brought in Sanskrit college besides Sanskrit. So in Sanskrit college only Sanskrit was taught, but now he brought English and Bengali as a medium of learning. He introduced the course of European history, philosophy, and science alongside Vedic scriptures. He encouraged students to pursue these subjects and take away best from the world. He also changed the rules of admission for students in Sanskrit college, allowing non-Brahmin students, now this is important, non-Brahmin students to also be allowed to study in this college, university. He wrote two books, Upakaramonika and Vyakaran Kaumudi, okay, interpreting complex notion of Sanskrit grammar in easily legible Bengali language. He introduced the concept of admission fees and tuition fees, okay. This is also an important point. For the first time in Calcutta, he set up the normal school for training teachers, enabling uniformity in teaching methods. Through his contacts at Deputy Magistrate Office, he would help his students get jobs in various government offices as well. Campaign against polygamy. Now, alongside the campaign for widow remarriage, he campaigned against polygamy. Now, what is polygamy? When one person marries many other women. In 1857, a petition for prohibition of polygamy among Kulin Brahmin was presented to the government with 25,000 signatures, led by Maharaja of Burdwan. Okay, so they all wanted polygamy to be abolished. The mutiny of sepoys resulted in the postponement of action on the petition, but in 1866, Vidyasagar inspired another petition, and this time with 21,000 signatures. In the 1870s, the great rationalist wrote two brilliant critiques of polygamy, arguing to the government that since polygamy was not sanctioned by the sacred text, there could be no objection in suppressing it by legislation. Okay. Now, he also made a very important role in women education. He was a keen advocate of education of women. He rightly viewed education as the primary way for women to emancipate themselves from the social oppression they had to face of the time. He went door to door asking family heads to allow their daughters to be enrolled in schools. Across Bengal, he opened 35 women's schools and succeeded in enrolling 1,300 students. To support women education, he organized a fund called Nari Shiksha Bhandar. Okay. He supported Drink Water Bithune to establish the first permanent girls' school in India, the Bithune School. Okay. Vidyasagar spent the last 18 years of his life living among Santhal tribes in present-day Jharkhand. Okay. Where he started what is possibly India's first school of Santhal girls. He expressed his ideas through regular articles he wrote for periodicals and newspapers. He was associated with prestigious journalist publications like Tattva Bhoni Patrika, Som Prakash, Sarb Bhash Bhankari Patrika, and Hindu Patriot. Other important literary works which he did, Vidyasagar Barna Parichaya, an introduction to the Bengali alphabet, is still the first book a Bengali child has handled more than 60 years after it was written. His contribution to the alphabet translation of several Sanskrit books, include Kalidas Shakuntala, has helped Bengali literature. He wrote two books which interpreted complex notions of Sanskrit grammar in Bengali language, Upakaramonika and Vyakaran Kaumudi. He established the Sanskrit press with an aim to produce printed books at an affordable price so as common people could buy them. The reason I made this lecture is because we need to study some of the great historic prominent leaders of our country. They will not only inspire you but will also motivate to give your best, because they have led that life, lived that life, and have set an example for the world to see. And it is for us to learn all the good things which they have done for the society and how they could do these things. Once we learn these attributes of great human beings, the people who have already showed the world the way, we can also somewhere get those qualities inside us and become great human beings. So I hope this video would have been really informative and you must have been inspired by this role model. Thank you.